Here's why. Instead of staying in my adopted hometown of Cleveland, Ohio, and competing at the Ohio Scottish Games this past weekend, I opted instead to make a 10-hour round trip to go throw. I don't think this is too hot of a take, but I don't know. If you're going to engage in a behavior that impacts a group that has experienced discrimination, and the behavior on its surface might appear to be discriminatory, however, you have a legitimate reason for the behavior, I suggest sharing with the group the reason that you engage in that behavior. Case in point, this weekend, the judge from another class asked the group that I was with to move down to another trig. At first, we were like, oh yeah, no big deal. When he walked away, kind of hit me. This was a male judge asking a group of women to move to accommodate a group of male throwers. And he didn't really give us any kind of reason. And so on the surface, to me, it just kind of felt like a group of women were asked to accommodate a group of men. Wait, why do we have to move? Like, there's 2 other trigs down there that are all the same. We're putting tape on our fingers. We're getting ready to warm up. Why are we being asked to move when they could just go down there and use one of the other trigs? You know, we were assigned to this trig to do this event at this point in time. So then on our lunch break a little bit later, I had the opportunity to speak with the judge. And I just kind of pointed out that what had happened there was kind of something that happens not infrequently, where women are asked to accommodate men. And he explained how it was just kind of like a domino effect thing. Like, one group got done, and so he had asked one group of men to move to another spot, and he was asking that group of men to come down to where we were. I think he thought we were on a different trig or something. And so when we came back from lunch, I made a point to communicate to the women that I was throwing with what I genuinely believe, that it wasn't like a sexist thing. As an example of how something like this, I think, was handled very poorly, the group that runs the Highland Games at the Arnold Sports Festival in Columbus, they decided to eliminate one class, a women's class, to accommodate a class that is effectively a men's only class. Now, this appeared discriminatory and frankly retaliatory to those of us who know a little bit more about what goes on in the sport. A lot of people raised a fuss, and to this day, no one has offered, in my opinion, adequate explanation for why that decision was made. And that's the same group that now is responsible for organizing the heavy athletics at the Ohio Scottish Games. Now, when I raised my concerns at the end of last year to the individual within that organization who's the event director, he was incredibly dismissive. I am not going to attend any games run by that organization until they demonstrate that they take seriously the concerns of members of their organization, or there's some kind of change in leadership. And I stand by that.